It's never good when
Eric, why you sagging, bro?
it's never good when someone takes the phone and
That's
points
why.
at your crotch.
Eric, why you sagging?
Bullshit.
Never thought I'd have to tell a white man to pull his pants up.
Hello and welcome to Secret Black People Meeting, episode 10. We're in a new location, our new Hollywood production studio. Just kidding, it's Eric's new apartment. We moved down the street. I had to help him move in a lot of stuff because he's, yay big. But hey, that's all a day's work as a Channel 310 CEO. I'm glad to be back with you guys. I really am. So we're going to start off with some huge breaking news. I'm sure some of you have heard, some of you may haven't. Rihanna here, still fine as hell. Still fine as hell. She's bad. Kind of like these wildfires out here in LA. They shut down the 405, shut down a lot of things. It's been crazy. I hope everyone's safe. A lot of property has been burned. But California has been using female inmates to help the first responders fight these fires. A lot of them have been arrested for marijuana possession, and they're highly trained convicts that, when released from prison, can't get the jobs to fight these fires because they're convicts. So now there's a shortage on those jobs. And ironically, America hasn't realized when you let people burn trees, less trees will burn. In my hometown of Mississippi, it snowed recently, and I was very happy for them, kind of jealous. But if they wish for a white Christmas, they got their wish. If you wish for a white supremacist Christmas, you also got your wish. President Donald Trump visited Mississippi to be there for the Civil Rights Museum opening and give his unwanted sentiments. Many of Donald's supporters have been a part of the hashtag It's Okay to Be White movement. And I'm not mad at them, because if you've looked at 2017, they are perfectly right. It is just okay to be white. It ain't great. Because you got guys like Bryan Singer running around. The former director of the Queen biopic, he was fired because he's being sued for the alleged rape of an underage boy from back in 2003. And if you saw his last two horrible X-Men films, you probably could get in on that suit money too. Al Franken, the Minnesota senator, had a fondling scandal, if you want to call it that. But I think one thing we can all agree on is if Al was a Republican, he'd be president. But he apologized, so no, that's not Republican material. Oklahoma Republican Senator Ralph Shorty was caught in a motel with an underage boy by the police, and they caught it all on tape with their police body cams, all of it. He was nervous, everything. He had a t-shirt on. He's a Christian, so he had a t-shirt with the Bible verse, Ephesians 5:22. He's in nothing but this t-shirt and his underwear, caught with an underage boy. Ephesians 5:22. Ephesians 5:22 says, it talks about men and women submitting to their husbands. Unfortunately, for wives of those that are Republican senators, it's pretty hard to submit when he's touching little boys. J.K. Rowling, every barista's favorite author, is in hot water right now because she decided to defend the casting of Johnny Depp in the newest Harry Potter movie. I just want to know why they still keep making these things, okay? Black people didn't get a sequel to Pootie Tang, Boomerang, Players Club, nothing. But white people get a whole theme park to go wave magic wands at. I need that to stop. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. She defended the casting of Johnny Depp. And the reason a lot of fans are mad, JK, is because you wrote books literally about a character that overcame abuse. And then you defend an abuser because he's going to make you a lot more money. Johnny Depp hurt his wife and hurt his dog. Y'all hear that? He hurt his dog. I thought white women at least thought their dog lives mattered. Maybe not. So let's kick it to sports. LeBron James is often compared to Michael Jordan. In his 15th season, he's having a great season. He's doing great. But one stat that LeBron leads Mike in definitely is giving a damn about people. LeBron has created a new school for 3rd and 4th graders that will open in Akron, Ohio, called the I Promise School. It's going to be great for those kids. But I've also heard that if they don't get the top test scores, the school's going to move to Miami just for a couple of years, But I think one thing we all need to come together on is this issue of net neutrality. It could change the internet as we know it in less than a week. And no, I'm not talking about a sequel to the Kim K and Ray J sex tape. I'm talking about we're going to have to pay more for the internet than ever before. You got people like Chairman Ajit Pai of the FCC that wants to make the internet less accessible. And I get it. I'd make the internet less accessible too if I wasn't.
Or as she called it, the home work gap.
Mom. It's terrible. But here's the thing. The internet has been a level playing field for those who weren't born rich or wanted to work for themselves or wanted to do something completely out of the box. People like me that aren't conventional. The internet has been a great place to build a resume, to do all these different projects. And so, if you believe that the internet should be accessible to everyone, regardless of money, race, religion, creed, whatever, then go to this link, tell the FCC what's up, tell them that this isn't right, and that we all need the internet and it needs to be here to stay. But let's have a fun episode. Secret Black People Meeting. I'm back. Niles Abston. I'm going to be back with our guest. Let's have fun today.
I went Inglewood. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows about, the rough patches of the neighborhood. I mean, I hear this every day, all day, from morning to night. But growing up, I started to see things for the better. I had this picture in mind that, one day this community will actually be better.
He kind of self-initiated this party, if you will, through his efforts, and people donated money, donated toys.
You get a football? Hey, give him a football. I'm doing a toy drive today for the Inglewood community. Giving back to hundreds of kids in the community, just to put smiles on their faces.
Go, girl! Hey, I see you, girl!
If I can make a kid smile, that's my goal. If I can help a kid graduate, that's my goal.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with my special guest. Got Glenn Bolton, Kaseem Bentley. Glenn is a musician as well as a comedian. Hit that link down below. Go check out some of his stuff. He's really talented. I can vouch for him. I've actually seen it. I'm not just blowing smoke right here. Then we got Kaseem Bentley, comedian. He's a writer. He's at the Pack Theater on the 17th.
Yep.
9:30. Go check him out. It's a lot of laughs. But today they're on Secret Black People Meeting, episode 10. This is the 10th episode. So this is kind of special. This is this is double digits. We haven't hit double digits on any show just yet. So it's really exciting. But yeah, I just brought these guys here. We're going to talk about comedy for a little bit, talk about the internet, because it might get taken away from us, but we're going to get to that. So Glenn, where are you from?
I'm from Kansas City.
Okay, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Is that Missouri or Kansas? Because I know there's two Kansas cities, right? A lot of people don't know that.
But geographically, it's all one city. It's just on two sides of a state line.
Okay.
But Kansas City, it's weird. Like, it started in Missouri. That's where most of Kansas City is.
Okay.
It started in Missouri. And then I guess people were like, you know what? Screw this whole Confederacy thing. I'm just going to go over here to this Kansas place.
Yeah.
And we're going to start another Kansas City. So Kansas City, Kansas was a city before Kansas was even a state. Like, it was the territory of Kansas when Kansas City, Kansas was first
Yeah,
founded.
well, that's good. The Confederacy's not cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm from Mississippi. I don't really like it either.
No.
Where are you from?
San Francisco.
So you don't have to deal with the Confederacy.
No.
That's good.
Nah, man.
Count it all joy, my brother.
But we gotta deal with stuff.
Oh yeah,
You know, like once you go into Marin, you know what I mean? You get a different form of racism. You know what I mean? We get like Whole Foods racism.
Right, Whole Foods racism. That's
You know what I'm saying? We doing that. But we ain't got like, y'all, you guys go too deep in the woods. You know, ain't no man.
You're not coming back.
Nah, man. You know
your racism is the type of like, are you sure you live in this neighborhood type racism? Like
It's
that's
the fucking Kale Clark's Klan.
Ours
the Kale Clutch Klan. Yeah, it's like a bed and breakfast.
What the fuck?
That is hilarious.
That is great. Like if I owned a juicery, I would name a drink the KKK Carol Klux Klan. Like I would have that.
That would be the greatest.
People's heads would explode when they saw that.
Oh my gosh! All these little like white liberal people, they would.
I'm triggered.
Right.
But the funny thing about what happens with gentrification is that like I hate it, but it does produce like some really like funny moments.
I do some jokes about that stuff because like it's like we argue about gentrification, but then some of the things we actually enjoy that it brings. I'm not gonna lie.
Like seeing like the only two.
Not saying it's right.
It's not right.
We are against gentrification on Secret Black.
But when you see a thug eating a cronut, you know what I mean? It does bring some joy, a little bit of
Hey,
joy.
this motherfucker fire right here. It's all
It
flaky
does.
and shit.
Right.
It's buttery, man.
Right.
This really happened in my neighborhood. The people that could only stay in my neighborhood were like old black people, like my mom, who just got enough money and their job. Then you see the drug dealers and the gangsters have enough money, and they were the only ones that stayed because all the rest of them would move to Antioch and further out of Bay Area. So you would see them immersed into all this like hipster fuckery and go into our artisanal bakery and walking out. I know this one dude, all right, this dude Rick. He killed somebody I knew in high school, right? This dude straight up scars on the neck, you know what I mean? He gets all types of shit, right? And I saw him coming outside, and he had a latte for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
And he did this thing where he came in. I was in there, I'm typing, and he's like, "Hey, I want some coffee, but I don't want to be too up, but I don't want to be too down." But I want to like taste good. And then this dude,
that's how you ask for drugs. That's the,
you know what I'm saying? You're like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, I want to get some shit done, but I don't want to be up for 3 days like last time. And then the dude, the hipster, he had like the mustache. And he was talking like if a penis could talk. You know what I mean? He's like real. Like, what you want to do is you want a latte, and he said, all right, and he got it, and he made it was like a toffee nut latte, and he went like this. I fuck with it. Okay. It like changed his life. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's like San Francisco's a trip, man.
So you being from Kansas City, that's not like the South, but it's the Midwest, and the Confederacy does have its influences there. There's not much gentrification in those areas, right?
Wherever there's white people, there's gentrification.
Okay,
I feel like.
I can give you that.
Because I mean, it's happening everywhere. Like this is after I'd already moved out here. I'm watching this news story from back home, and you know the whole like micro apartment trend and like the tiny houses and all that.
Yeah,
they built some micro apartments in like the middle of the hood in Kansas City. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, no one's gonna move in there. First off, they're like $1,000 some odd a month, and they're like 400 square feet or something ridiculous like that. And they built it like on a street corner where I know of like 3 people that have been shot over there.
Wow.
Like people that I knew. And I'm like, dude, this is
crazy. I guess the thing with the micro apartments is that they're so small they can use them as caskets. You know what I mean? So
something, dude.
You know, you gotta think on the
it's crazy.
The casket's half full. You know what I mean? Sometimes not always half empty. You know?
It's crazy because like I'm from Mississippi, small town Mississippi, so I didn't even know what gentrification was. I moved to a big city like this because in Mississippi we have the opposite of gentrification. All right. So Mississippi has the most black people per capita. We're not the biggest state. We have the most black people percentage. We're 38% black. Okay. No other state has that. And so the capital, Jackson, is pretty much all black. 98%. It's the capital of the state. Damn. And so, but it's also one of the poorest parts because it's not taken care of by the state, which is mostly Republican controlled, it's conservative. Yeah. So, but the thing is, before segregation, Jackson was pretty much an all-white town. Okay. And so when it segregated, a lot of black people started moving towards Jackson. So they moved to another town called Brandon. Then black people started moving there, so they moved out of there. Now they're mostly like the richer white area in Mississippi is Madison County, Mississippi, and they've made it to where like you can't have a trailer in Madison. There's only one apartment. There's like 1 or 2 apartment buildings in the town. Like you can't have apartments out there. Like they made it to where like y'all niggas is not messing this up for us. This is the 3rd time y'all ain't coming here. So it's like reverse gentrification in my state. So I didn't really get gentrification. Like white people move to areas and like start building Starbucks and everything. I was like, damn, where I'm from, the black people move to stuff and the white people leave. Like it's crazy. It's the complete opposite of Mississippi.
Yeah, like the mall, the white people out there. It's like the mall I used to go to.
There's 2 malls in Mississippi. There's 2 malls in Mississippi. When I was younger, just used to be popping, and now they're like ghost towns almost because the stores that were more of the designer clothes or the bigger brands moved out because the white people weren't shopping there.
Now, here's a question: that reverse gentrification happened. Do those white people come to your neighborhood for barbecue?
Yes.
That's the weird thing. You ever noticed?
It's like, all right, we don't want to be with y'all. We don't want to be with y'all. But if we having a little taste for some flavor, we're gonna come through because we can't season our own food. You know?
Yeah, it's like I don't understand this how white people have not gone on the whole spice wave. You know what I mean? Like in San Francisco, there's they will open a spice store, and I barely ever see white people. It's like Sunlight to Vampires. You know what I mean? Kind of situation. Like you throw some like Himalayan salt on a white person, I can be like, you know, it's like. You know,
like exorcism.
Yeah, like just burn them with a chicken cross. You know, I don't understand it. Like, why is it that white people don't want flavor on their food?
I grew up in Kansas City, and we're all about like barbecue and shit. And we had this. I don't know if they still do it, but it was like a big barbecue festival, and you could go around and like sample everybody's barbecues and stuff. And these people are like fucking scientists. Like they get deep, dude. I was talking to this one guy, he was like, all right, let me tell you something, all right?
You know about to drop some knowledge.
This here dry rub, okay?
Oh, they serious about the barbecue in the South.
Brother, I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you what everything I put in it, but here's something only I'm doing right now. Okay? I don't see nobody else.
I love how every chef has like this new invention that no one else has like heard yet.
He's like, now I got my standard dry rub, okay, but what I do now is I take some Apple Jacks. You know what I'm talking about, the cereal? Crush that up, put it in there. Taste it. Taste that rib, brother. Taste that rib.
It's just some Apple Jacks.
I'm dead serious, and it was fire as fuck.
Oh, you're so joking.
I'm not joking.
You know how high he was?
I'm so mad at you.
Say, or broke he was to say,
right?
You know what I mean? Or how fat, like that's a level of fatness where you start experimenting.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, I love breakfast, but I love barbecue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How can I bring this together? PBJ barbecue. And it's like really weird. But you told a black person, yo, if you were at the cookout, and you're just like, man, what are in these ribs?
Bro, we fire your ass up.
Wait, and then, I mean, everyone is talking. Even the grandma who was too old to make, she would just like, baby, there's Apple Jacks in these. You know,
I knew something was always funny with that.
But here's the thing about it: it would automatically lead to, "Are you on drugs?"
Right.
You know what I mean?
I told you about smoking that shit, right? Boy, you need to sit your ass down somewhere.
Okay, tofurkey is it's fake turkey from a soy-based meat product, right?
Yeah. I don't like that soy stuff, man.
GMO, you don't like because GMOs?
I don't know. I just have a funny feeling about this stuff.
Okay, wait. You have to wait. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with black milk conversations. This is barbershop or in their cipher.
Yeah.
Most brothers will hear what you just said, and because you got the beard and you sing and you talk, and you're like, everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah. And I'm the one like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You sitting there with the weekend hair, and you sitting there with like these two African-American lit studies at the school. I don't buy that shit, bro. Finish the sentence. Black people have to stop doing this bullshit about letting black men who's seemingly intelligent say 140 characters. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know why. I just have a mistrust. Tuskegee. You know what I mean? Like, give me something. So I take it is that meat with all the carcinogens and all the all the additives put in there. And if you pour a Coke on a pork chop, worms start coming out. You know what I mean? It's like Night of the Living Dead or some shit. That's beyond the point. Right? You sit there. I don't want to see. I sound like I was going. You gotta read the book.
This is why I don't book vegans.
No. I like having fun in life. I'm not a vegan. Like they have these vegan comics in LA, and I swear to God, most of them are cool people. But when you go out to eat with them afterwards, you're just all eating an artichoke, and they're all just sitting there. But they all have managers. I don't know what it is. Somehow these guys.
That's fucked up. My roommate is a vegan comic, and he has a manager.
Maybe we're doing it wrong.
Son of a bitch.
You see what I'm saying here?
Son of
boom. You know what I mean? I'm putting it all together. 9/11.
Maybe I'm about to get on the soy products, man. I don't know.
You can't. Look, your teeth are too white for this. You can't sit here and tell me you can't. He can say. But so you make vegan stuff at home?
Yeah, but here's my thing. Like, I'm with you on the whole fake meat thing. Like, don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit me, man. Like, if I bite in, I went to a Veg Fest or LA Veg Fest or whatever with my roommate.
That sounds racist.
Yeah, it was wild. It was crazy. First off, I didn't realize how scantily clad these like hardcore vegan chicks are.
Are they?
Dude, I was like, if she sneezes hard enough, her titty's gonna pop out. Like, this is insane. Like, this is
Might not eat the food, but I'm gonna be at the next Veg Fest.
This is so many people coming out of these rooms, man.
It's like it's an apartment that people live in. Talk about your gluing, motherfucker.
We're gonna take a break real quick. You'll see a promo and commercial for the other talk show on the channel, Blunts and Brunch with Arthur Hamilton. He's got some really funny content on there, so y'all go check that out. Episode 4. So you're gonna see some commercials there, and we'll be right back.
We're gonna have Victor on in a second. We'll talk about all that stuff. We'll do a couple segments. So yeah, tune in, baby.
Garage Mike. Garage Mike in this bitch. Hey girl. Nigga, what's that in your pocket, nigga? Some rockin'. P. Diddy, holla, nigga. Holla. Earth, holla at me, Earth. I ain't fucking with P. Diddy, nigga. Nigga, we having niggas walking for cheesecake. I'm cool on that. Just water for me. Water and weed. That baby, feel some type of way. Everybody wig got me feeling some type of way. I feel some type of way. When I get the bite, no hook, you'll see make that Tyson face. Don't look like that.
What's up, everybody? And I walked on stage. Did not buy this bottle.
Is this how it starts on the net?
Yeah.
You do something right with this little ISIS camera you got over here, right? And you do this shit.
Hey, don't flame my Hollywood production set, my nigga.
And you got a white man working for you, right? And that's this is some real level of shit. Anytime you see a nigga with 2 white men, he about to make money, right? This could be the one show, especially for black people. Black people don't get on these other parts of the web, you know. We just kind of stick with meat and potatoes and just rock with it. But you got this thing. We get 3 Negroes on a couch that I think is slightly used, and we can sit here and it's very used. I'm sorry. It's like there's a comic in this couch right now. So he's paying $200 a month to live in this couch, right? And you could be the one of the guys saying, "Hey, fuck, bump this shit. I'm gonna go over to Patreon. I'm gonna figure a way to get on my champagne campaign and get people to donate." Yeah. And then you sitting here in Gucci, you know what I mean, just rocking out.
I'm with it.
You light your skin and shit, you know what I
Like,
mean?
let's say so.
You be doing good, man.
That's cool.
So it's a call to arms, you know what I mean? We'll be interested to see what happens.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Or you just keep building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why, like, that's great that you said that. The whole keep building thing with this, the internet has become such a source to make like a level playing field. Yeah. For people, not only in entertainment, but people that start their own businesses, that do any kind of certain skill. You can make extra money outside of a 9 to 5 by using the internet. Yeah. And so that's why this whole net neutrality thing, that's what we're going to be talking about today, kind of scares me a little bit because, you know, I've worked really hard to build up this content thing on YouTube. Yeah. What if this doesn't go well and now we're having to pay extra for the internet? That for me, that means less resources with this, and then also the people that I want to use my content, they might not be watching anymore because they have to pay an extra certain amount of money for this data to be on YouTube, because it's going to be like a package thing where, like, if you want to be on social media, all right, that's extra $8 a month. Oh, you want to shop on the internet, that's extra $10 a month. Like, that's a lot of money. And for a lot of people, the internet is barely accessible as it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to think about, you know, we're living in an age right now where we've seen, you know, these bandwidth monsters, like we saw, like, you know, like, how should I say this? We've seen this happen where we believe that we've been given so much bandwidth and we're given so many and so much with so much innovation from this, and they're saying that now that people want to try to regulate and trying to look at, you know, building new platforms, and most people do not care. People outside the realm of technology in Hollywood don't care. They just want to have their streaming media and everything because they're consumers. Right. What the producers understand is that how much can take and jam things up, and meaning that the interesting thing will be, if this does go through, is that people who already have pre-existing have built these empires through digital media, how this could slow things up. But there's already things that have been taking place that can help make new innovations. Like okay, let's say you have this show's going right, and net neutrality comes in, and it has an effect on like your output. Based on the platforms you're using, like YouTube, just know that, right? Or even whether through social media, right? It all blocks it, right? You know, before all this came around, people used to pay people for sites. You know what I'm saying? It's like porn. You know what I'm saying? Before streaming it, you used to pay $20 a month to jack off. You know what I'm saying? And it was a beautiful America. You know what I mean? It was like,
yes.
Yeah. But Glenn, as a musician, do you record music? Do you put music out? What is this whole, like, the internet maybe becoming less accessible? Do you think it means for artists like you that it's not always maybe putting videos on the internet, but it's like producing music? Because SoundCloud and other things where people have been able to put stuff on the internet has basically started careers. So, like, how do you feel about that as a musician?
Well, it's kind of interesting for me right now because that's something I just started doing, like making my own music and putting it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For the last almost 9 years, my main focus has been stand-up comedy. So I haven't really put as much time and like thought into like releasing music, and I just put out like my first 2 tracks on SoundCloud.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's check those out.
We'll have like a link. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Like, if basically like at this point, I don't feel like I've got a big enough momentum to feel affected by the change. If that makes
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like who's more fucking upset about the hurricane? The guy who just bought the fucking $1 million home, or the dude who lives in a tent?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
that's you right.
Yeah, the storm is coming. All I got is a tent right now. You know what I mean? So,
well, I feel like I got a middle class home on the internet right now. You know, I don't feel like I got a mansion yet, but I don't feel like I'm homeless on the internet either. So I'm kind of scared. You know, I feel like we worked hard on this. I don't want it to go to crap. You know.
Yeah, but I mean,
but if you're homeless, you can just go to the library. You know what I mean? Use the internet.
Right, they got clean bathrooms and shit. Books. It's a great place, I heard. But yeah, like. It's one of those things, like you figure out a way to adapt, like you were saying, you know what I mean? Like we'll figure it out. And the internet is in its adolescent stage right now.
Yeah, it's great. It hasn't been around a long time. Like iPhones came out with 07. So iPhones have been around for like 10 years. So like
they have.
It hasn't been like that long that it feels like we've had the internet. It feels like you've almost had the internet forever in a way.
For you, how old are you?
I'm 22. So
you're not even a person. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm 40 years old.
That's the most 40-year-old nigga shit to say. You ain't even shit. But what you about, 22?
I was like, you know what I mean? Like, you 22. You were born in 1980.
95.
You came out with a Chronic or something? Came out with
I'm like 80. What?
90.
I'm 30. I was born in 87. So he's gonna be 95.
I'm used to look.
You was born when FUBU was in there. God damn it.
Yes, I was. Literally, like every day on the comedy scene,
joints.
I'm reminded how young I am, how much of a baby I am.
What's not is that it's not about really you. It's about the time and era that you came up in, and it does make sense to say, I'm from this, I represent this time, and then it's not like you're ignorant, you're just coming.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
But you're very, you're just giving an accurate record, but that's the thing, is that once you can look from outside on the periphery, you can say, oh, that's really cute, you know, I mean, they're saying you're born in 95, and this is important. Black women ensemble movies and TV shows always do really well, and this is why
they only make like one every 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's like the Olympics. So it's like Girls Trip literally felt like I was going to the Olympics. I was like, this hasn't happened since what, like 95? Okay, let's do this.
On the chart, it's like The Help, Girls Trip, and like 20 years later, it'll probably be like.
And then what was the one with Whitney Houston and Angela Bassett?
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, so there's been like 5 in the last 20 years.
Oh, Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures, yeah.
Like,
that was a really good movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
I need to watch. I still haven't seen that. I need to watch that.
It's good.
It's good until
we literally just named every black female ensemble movie.
Yeah, we're not talking about TV shows because like the greatest ensemble
Girlfriends
TV shows
was good.
Girlfriend. Here's a big black debate. Is Girlfriends better than Living Single?
Oh yeah, that was the next one I was gonna
Living
drop.
Single.
Living
Single is so good.
Oh yeah.
Living Single is so good. White people took that concept and made it their friends.
Literally made
if you
friends.
tell a white guy that, hey,
let me tell you something, alright?
Let me put down my avocado toast. Alright, let me tell you exactly.
They will not believe it.
Alright, Tyrell, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, I get that you have your woke now, and Friends is an institution. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't have a manager no more. You know, it's like really odd, dude.
What's your favorite like black sitcom ever?
Cheers. No,
I think I hear my mom calling me.
Good Times.
Good Times?
Because it was never happy. That's
why
Black Lives.
John Amos left.
John Amos.
Because he said he just wanted, for once, like one good thing to happen to the family. But here's the thing, though. It's kind of, Good Times is a great show. My family raised me like on the reruns. Because of course I was not old enough.
Cosby Show is a distant second before the rapes.
The thing, before the rapes. But the Good Times.
I should put that in the ads. Cosby Show.
Great. Before
the rapes.
But like with Good Times, I just thought it was kind of weird how they only had one black writer on the show, right? And you have this show where it's all this bad stuff happening to this poor black family in Chicago, and white people are writing it.
I just love that.
Like, that's a little weird.
From being in a writer's room, I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
To sit there and you have white people deciding on a black dude. But I worked in a late night show, so being in a sitcom in the 70s, where that dude probably wasn't even in the room. He probably had a tiny.
He probably was like listening with his ear to the door. Yeah, I think that joke could use a little punch up. Shut the fuck up. Bro.
You know what it was? They got this dude. They made him do everything else except right. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, Jerome, can you get some sandwiches? Okay, but we are going over the scene, right? And they sent him across town.
Yeah, we are.
We finished early. It's like 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? He had no, dude. I bet the only thing he wrote on Good Time was damn. That was him. That was the only thing.
Dynamite.
He said dynamite, damn, and whatever else.
Nah, I really think a white guy made the dynamite thing. Oh, damn. Because it's super corny.
It is, isn't it?
I can't put that on my people.
When I was a kid, dude, I used to love watching this show, My Brother and Me.
That was a good one.
What's that about that show?
Amanda Seales on Insecure was on that for a little bit, wasn't she?
I believe so.
Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah.
Is that like one of those positive black shows?
Yeah.
It's like really
it's like the life lesson, like coming of age type shit. But the dad on that show was fucking hilarious. Like there's one episode where he's like trying to teach the younger son how to dance. And it was just one of those fucking things. Like it was a fond childhood memory, just watching that shit and just laughing my ass off.
That's dope.
Yeah. But
I love the Jeffersons. The Jeffersons is up there for me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
George Jefferson.
The
I love
Funky Chicken.
Yeah.
Dude, he was amazing. Good Times was good. And then probably, it's a sleeper. A lot of people don't really talk about it much.
Oh, Boys in Outer Space.
The Jamie Foxx show, man.
Yes,
dude. Jamie Foxx show and the Wayans Brothers show, I think, were so underrated as black sitcoms.
These shows will have black professionals, and they don't ever mention how they got the job, what happened. You can see Bill Cosby, you come home and I come in and I did the thing and I did like, what do you do? And he was a gynecologist and he had basically a rape dungeon in the basement in there, and he was having women, he didn't have the steroids, but he would just talk to people at this big ass desk, giving them vital information in his basement next to the water heater, and then that was cool. This is when it all started. Bill Cosby was raping these women in the
It's like blowing my mind right now.
He was trying to tell us something. It's just like with Louis C.K. All those jokes he made about masturbating in public, and then he actually was doing it.
You gotta think about it.
Watch these comics, man.
He was all Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is basically there's something very masochistic and there's something very mystic that he loves. He knew this whole time, and he was at it. The Spanish Fly bit, you know what I'm saying? Then all the party, the room is his own. He has his own wing of the house. Camille dare not go to.
What?
This shit goes deeper than new pussy. You know what I'm saying? And this is
what? I've never heard that before.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, that's some old school shit.
I hang with a lot of old black people. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point they say things that are criminal. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like bleeding like a new virgin. You're like, whoa, man, what are you talking about?
Hey, Uncle Randy, what the fuck?
No one ever corrects old black men, and whether they say no, that's the freedom. Bill was really just taunting us all these years.
Yeah. That's what he was doing. He didn't think he was ever gonna. He never thought he was gonna get caught for that.
I mean, he didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fucking life. He would go to functions. He came one time. I was working at school in the Baby Hunters Point years ago, and that's like it's a black neighborhood. It's upcoming neighborhood, right? And I was working at this KIPP Academy. And Bill, this is an important day. Yeah. And Bill comes in these like tight ass sweats. Everyone's wearing suits. He's wearing a Temple University sweat. They look like leggings at this point, right? And he's not even wearing underwear. That's the weirdest thing. He came through and he's shaking hands. And I was like, I thought to myself, that's a level of black success.
Yeah. My dad was at UCLA and he said Bill would just come up there and hang out and work out and stuff. Like, he was always there just watching track practice. Now I know why.
Yeah, that's man. So much like you look back. It's one of those things. There's so much shit you look back on. You're like,
it's
oh
like
God,
that's what that was.
But here's the great thing: that Bill's in the TV right now in his wing with his big ass 80-inch TV, and he's just watching all this shit go down, and he's just seeing his shit just fade in the back.
No
they
one's
are catching these white men this year. This is also known for having a little dick. So that's widely known.
You have a lot of information.
I know so much worthless black information. I'm like Wikipedia, you know what I mean? Worthless. Russell, and then the shit with Brett Ratner. And
yeah, that's weird.
You know he's guilty. Cause Brett
Ratner ain't said nothing.
No, because Brett Ratner looked guilty every day of his life. Brett Ratner looked like he always wake up and there's a dead body in a pizza box next to him. You know what I'm saying? You know you have the money. If you broke like us and we commit a crime, we gotta call our mama. We gotta get some shit out of the house. If you got money, the lawyer is calling you.
Exactly.
And then John Turturro comes down looking dude, and he wants to do it, and you get you get that kind of shit.
Yeah, and so you got these guys like Weinstein who are protected. Because one thing is, okay, they took him down. Are y'all going to be man enough to take the 15 or 20 people down that was hiding everything the whole entire time? There's so many people that had to know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but those people will find their way because in and out. And also, is that with all this stuff happening, people think it's going to be like, next month he's gone. I was like, these people can deny things, they can take away things. But it's also, sexual limitations so far out that these guys they're just going to be sitting on their asses and they'll just be like Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
You could just live somewhere else and just buying other girls from other countries or just sitting there and wait to die as a multi-millionaire. Yeah. Black people don't have afforded we only have, a few known billionaires, and most of them are from Africa, and they've got some kind of weird. Most of them have
like 4 in Nigeria, but there's only 2 in America.
Yeah, they probably like swords or something, or machetes or some shit, right? Or they really own Hotel Rwanda. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Most of the Nigerian billionaires are pastors.
Well, like they're like megachurch pastors?
Yeah, megachurch pastors. Yeah, it's crazy. It's an article I'll show you later.
Hit me to that, bro.
It's crazy, like their congregation.
Because you don't.
But yeah, like I think MJ and Oprah are the only 2 like American billionaires, and Floyd Mayweather now.
And Jay-Z and Diddy is worth
$700.
Shit. Think about that. Diddy is he will be a billionaire.
Yeah, one day.
Because he's selling everything. The motherfucker's selling water, them clothes nobody
oxygen.
He gonna sell oxygen or something. Right. He gonna get on top of it. He just can't sell records. If there's somebody he can find to sell records again, Diddy will be back on top. Because you can't live on French Montana forever. You know what I'm saying?
This has been a fire 10th episode.
Yeah.
Longest one ever. If net neutrality doesn't happen, I would follow these guys on Instagram. I'm gonna put their @s right here. Follow them before the internet gets taken away from us and people my age aren't gonna know what to do. Like I don't even internet withdrawals will happen, man. Like what am I'm just gonna be like shaking. What am I gonna do, bro? Start snorting cocaine? Like what do I do?
I mean,
if the internet gets taken away, because I'm not paying for the internet.
You're not paying. You're paying for cocaine? Like that makes zero sense.
I'm a comedian. You get that for free.
Oh, right.
Please put that at the bottom. Where? This will be the biggest episode ever.
This has been Secret Black People Media episode 10. Thanks, guys. Y'all have been awesome. Have a good night.